You would like to make a lot of money. How do I get from where to be successful? I'm not going to be wealthy. I'm where I have to be. I didn't want to be poor. I began with a dream 12 years ago and 3 employees, and we are 300 currently. Millions of people are going to do this year, and when I get off the lift every day. So it's why I am moving into my office. A sense of achievement, and I believe I have this pleasure, dream, and it's become real after several years later. When I was younger, you know when we were. While I was younger, my parents did not speak English and I had to read the contracts that my dad learned about. Because I was a kid, I was 12 years of age while we went into America. I had to read the mortgage and pass through the paperwork when my dad bought a home. And I thought we were at that stage when I was 18. I asked how to get from where I am to where I have to be, so I started calculating. I realized how much money I'd need to make to realize my needs, and I understood how hard it will be. It would be to build up capital, as it is most difficult to build up the capital. One thing is to get a lot of money paid. And I decided I didn't want to be where I was, that I didn't want to be middle or middle class, lower or mediocre. I always wanted to be better because I knew that the people I've seen are doing wonderful things. Lionel Messi is paid £26 million a year. He doesn't receive this amount a year to fight, but he gets 26 million a year to perfectly complete one well-defined task. No one buys from you, no one makes you prosperous, for of that the universe does not reward mediocrity or reward mediocre. You are alright. It's all outstanding rewards, so you have to find something decent to get better. And if you concentrate on something that you're not good at and strive to be perfect, you'll run into someone who will clean your clock. If you think about success and think about and think of being a businessman. Everyone wants to talk about good times, and I always tell people that being an entrepreneur is easy. It is easy to operate your own business if new day starts when cash flow is good. If you have not enough cash to pay, or if you have real problems at home and nobody cares. As a great businessman helps you remain focused and motivated when there is a loss. You are not going to have the ability to manage success. You must be able to assess how well you excel. It is the ability to absorb failure. Not to collapse into failure because it is absorbent. If you feel like I can't get to your team that day, and push them to the same direction and inspire them in those days, because you can do it every day. Any day you can make it as a good businessman is lonely. Because I expect people to call me and say that I'm not saying this. I am going to be your friend and seek kindness. But the more successful you are as an entrepreneur, the more lonely it is, because you can hang out with just fewer people. And the stronger you are, the stronger the back goal is. And when you start, somebody is always out to get you. And things are not going to be good. Misery. It's really difficult to find many people with a beer and to pull them out of focus to keep going. So one thing is hard. I've been trying to do that because I'm searching for people I want to go, and I love learning. I was looking for a lot of people on the way from Warren Davis, the guy who started Rent-A-Car Avis. I used to work for him indirectly. He owned a holding firm for which I worked. I learned a lot from Mark Cuban. I learned a lot from Daymond John. You never knew of too many of the other sharks. I've learned the greatest lessons from a lot of people, and my greatest mentor has always been my dad. I didn't really understand another human being when I was younger. When I became older, I realized the sacrifices he had to make to succeed. Leaving my country, having few bucks in hand, a foreign country, and that's courage. And as I grow older, I never complain about the amount of people that I really learn from. Nothing listens, and to everyone in life that you are is a man of opportunity. You have a chance to take something you don't think about. And you have to go. I'm a very emotional man, I'm a passionate man, I love my business, I love it all. When it comes to winning or losing, you must be very careful on whether I am not emotional. Don't take your own preference or emotion to a negotiation or a battle. Because the goal must be very clear. And the aim is typically to make money in business. I did not want to sell it when I went to AT&T to sell my first company, so that was the night I changed my mind. I called the CEO and I said, before we were expected to conclude the contract, I can't sell it. And he looked like it, and he looked at me and I said, oh, this is my child. And I said, no, it's not a business. I told you, no, this is my sweetheart. And he doesn't go. It's your family at home, your business isn't your family. If you believe we pay the right price for your business, you should sell it. If you think you could continue with the maximum return, your business is your business. Don't sell it then. And he was so unemotional, it hit me very home. I saw more people there because they're angry, or they feel incredibly emotional before the client, or they leave their emotion in the company at the door. You'll start competing with people who really are amazing at the technical labs when you enter the real world. And they know you want to make a lot of money inside, that you want to excel. You need to take these people on with the ability to be a world class. When I hate the failure of the word that I hate. Often I wake up in a cold hot sweat in the middle of the night when I feel like I may fail or I failed. And occasionally I get jet lag just like everyone. I'm exhausted when I get there, where I feel like this tiny voice inside me cannot go, tells me if you are a failure, and then I'm not careful, like my feet slip off and blood will start falling from my veins. I won't stop hating the word that I don't want to be described by.